in terms of my genealogy, I realized really quickly that I'm trying to gather pieces of a puzzle, and I have this image, and I'm trying to make the puzzle. But you realize very soon there's many pieces missing, and those pieces are gone. You won't be able to put them together. So what do? You can just throw the whole thing out, or you make a new pattern, right? You can still do something out of those pieces. And in terms of challenges, I think the biggest challenge I have faced is that I believe that people who are against feminism, or even the structures of society that are patriarchic, racist, classist, or whatever, have the ability to bring people to not agree with each other. And so, for instance, we may have conflicts within feminist communities. We can talk for hours and not get to the root of the matter, because if the conflict is actually coming from another sphere and from another realm, I would say from the spiritual realm, then we can talk on a political level forever, and we still will not manage to agree. So I think one of the largest challenges that I have faced is that I do believe in spirituality, and I believe it can be a power that can be used in good and can be used in bad. And some people can use it against each other, or some people can be sometimes manipulated. So you might be talking with your feminist sister, but you don't feel like you're talking to your feminist. You may be talking to someone else. You don't know who that person is who you're talking to right now. Right? And so you have to first be aware of that and realize, who am I talking to right now? Or maybe get back to the point where you can actually talk to the person who is in front of you. And I think that is a really big challenge that I have become very conscious of. The first step is to become conscious of and to realize it. And I think it permeates all spheres of society. It can permeate academia. It can permeate household, all various spheres. So as long as certain men, for instance, who don't want feminist struggles to move forward, or who don't want equal rights, will also be able to maybe influence people to go against each other. I think the key word is just like divide and rule. Yeah. Right. I think the main challenge I faced is divide and rule. The divide and rule strategy, which we know come from colonialism, and it's still present today. So how can we always work on ourselves, and talking also about myself and any other people, and always keep in mind there is this divide and rule strategy going on. Right. And even if we may have different interests sometimes within feminist communities, we have different goals and different experiences. But how can we go back to maybe the larger goals? Let's say, we talk about dividing the salaries, for instance. I think that's something that all women would agree on. That women should be paid equal as men for the same work. So that's something we can agree on. And can we keep the wide goals in mind and make sure we still deal with the arguments or the challenges, but that we connect our forces together when we need to reach because. And I think women have been doing that, and feminists have been doing that. I'm quite positive, optimistic, I would say, in terms of feminist activism, because I think that women who came before me did a huge amount of work that laid the base for me to be able to be where I am today.